everybody, it's me, Margaret, Sheepishly Sharing, my cast-off video for, what is today? February 24th, I think. Very bright, warmer here. Very nice in the sun, actually, but in the shade I'm kind of chilly. If you've been watching my videos since around December or so, you'll know I've been on a quest to reduce the part of my stash that is the open skeins, the bits and bobs, things like that. And I would like to say I have done a really good job up until this point, so I'm going to kind of brag on myself, if you'll forgive me for a moment. And look at these before and after pictures. So yes, this is much improved. I've really lessened the amount of scraps and bits and bobs that I've had. I did not have this in the original picture, but it was an open skein that I have used in creating some of the scrap hats that I did. So I left it out of the picture just because it wasn't there originally. But look what I found. I was cleaning out this weekend, and this is what I found. Now, these two right here, the red and the neutral, they are full skeins. I had just started projects, didn't like them, ripped it out. So they're really full. They're not partial. Then we have all of these. That's cotton, the red, and I really don't like working with cotton that much, so I'm not sure if I'll be making any hats out of that. I'll use that for some dishcloths or something. And all these are bits and bites and open skeins. This was in my loom knit drawer, and there's all kinds of commotion in here that I didn't even realize I had. So, red, white, blue. This was a baby blanket I was working on a long time ago, and I was really displeased with the edge, so I was going to rip it out and start again. I forgot about it. So there it is. But this is technically a full skein too. So, but then I had these opens. This was a scarf that I'd made ancient. Oh gosh, it's one of my second projects, and it's really bad. So I'll probably rip that out and use it again. This was from a failed braided scarf I did that looked like I'd just gotten out of the shower. And I had an idea to loosen it up a little bit, and it didn't work, so I just salvaged the yarn. And then I found this neutral color in a bowl, so I have more scraps. So let's see what I can do with these. So I'm excited to tell you that all of that work, all of that open skein scraps, we would call them, bits and bobs, have netted me about 40, I think I counted 47 hats and headbands, so we'll say projects. Okay, 47 projects. And I'm not through yet. So it's kind of fun. Oh, it is fun. I like it a lot. So this week, I was looking on the internet, and I ran across this blog of this person who had done a scrap afghan in a really neat way. All the colors blended together. She would hold 3 strands together, and then when one would run out, she would replace it with another color. And because they all ran out at different times, you do get this blending effect. So I thought I'd try that technique, and I did do it with a hat first. And with the 3 strands and all, it just seemed like a rather uncomfortable hat. It might just been me. I don't know. I wasn't pleased with it. So I ripped it out and turned it into a headband. This is Bob Wilson's 1-2-3 stretchy headband, which I really like having this little part right here to go under your hair. But you can see how the colors change. And in this case, I had pink all the way through. So I never did change the pink. But I did change the blues and the aqua. There's different grays in here. There are sort of off-whites to white. I can't say it's my most favorite project, but I do like it. I do think it's kind of neat. So, and of course it's a nice warm headband. It's nice and thick. So I'm going to continue to experiment with this stitch. And I'll put the link to that blog in the description box so you can see her blanket. It's really neat. And then, keeping with that same hold together more than one strand, I did a gray and a black one. When I hold it up and twist it around on the viewfinder, whoops, I'm not really excited about it, but I really like it in person. Wonder why that is. And as far as, I still have to trim up my poms, but as far as the pom goes, I love the way this came out in chunks of color. So much so that I experimented with this same thing on another hat that I will show you here, which again was 2 strands held together. This was a lavender, and I can't remember the name of this blue. It's Karen Simply Soft. But you'll see I did, the pom is half and half. I wrapped one side of that Clover Pom Maker and then the other side in separate colors. And I thought that was fun. So I would like to kind of experiment with different ways to wrap the pom. And here we have another hat that I did on the Addy Express king size, and I didn't have enough of any of these colors, so I have a light gray, a darker gray, and this gray blue, this steel gray blue. And I thought this turned out really pretty. Where's my joining? Right there? I don't know. But anyway, I really like this one. I thought that was pretty. And then again on the Addy, using up my bits and bobs. I thought that was pretty in the pastels. Now this one was not quite the success. Let me fold it up like this. Okay, here are the colors I had together. Loved that. Thought it looked great. And then I also had this color, which I thought would go well, but when you put it all together, I'm not quite so sure about it. I usually like, I don't know. But I love this so much that I'll forgive this little band right here. Pretty colors. This is that Red Heart Unforgettable that I love so much with the slow color changes. And this was Karen Dazzle Air, a discontinued yarn that I'm really fond of. But say la vie. Okay, then we have a crocheted hat that I did last night while I was trying to watch Precious. Have you seen that movie? It's heart-wrenching movie. But there you go. And I like that. That's a good masculine looking hat. It fits me really well too, actually, and I like dark colors, so I might steal it. Because I can't knit, I've figured out different ways to put finishes on the ends of these hats that I make on the Addy. And this is a crocheted brim, and I really like this ribbed brim. It's good, but it's just bugging me that I can't, put a knitted one on there since this is knitted. So I've been practicing with my Nook, and I did pretty well, I think. So after my practicing, I said, I am going to try this on a hat. So I did that. But I'm not very good at it. And here's my Nook. Clearly I made a mistake here. I think maybe I'm either nooking too loosely, or I could go down a hook size. This is a 5.5 millimeter. I'm not sure, but I'm not comfortable enough with this to give this to someone, so I'm going to rip this yarn out and try again. And then I got the bright idea to put it on the loom. Now I knew the big nifty knitters would be the wrong size, so I used the all-in-one loom. Whoops. I used this all-in-one loom because I thought the gauge looked similar, but it's entirely too tight. So, or it could be that I used the, you use the regular purl stitch where you will pull it off the hook and then put it back on. And then you have different options with the knit stitch. And on the knit stitch here, all I did was pull the loop over the peg instead of the take it off, put it back on. And that may have made a difference on this. I'm not sure. And I didn't like my bind off. This is the super stretchy bind off. And I mean, I guess it's okay, but I'm just uneven. So this is going to get ripped out and used again. So the moral of today's video is use your scraps.